I'm crouched in the darkness. The only sound, the soft hum of the satellite uplink and the distant rumble of artillery fire. My heart is racing as I peer through the night vision goggles, the green-tinted landscape stretching out before me like an eerie, alien world. The air is thick with the smell of smoke and sweat, and I can taste the fear lurking at the back of my throat. Suddenly, a burst of static crackles through the comms system, and a voice whispers urgently in my ear.
Spectre 1, this is SPECTER 6.
We have multiple hostiles closing in on our position, requesting immediate extraction. I feel a surge of adrenaline as I key the mic, my voice low and steady. Spectre 6. This is SPECTER 1. Hold tight, we're scrambling. The QRF ETA is 10 minutes. As I wait for the quick reaction force to arrive, my mind flashes back to the briefing we received before the mission. Operation Spectre, a modern-day military deception inspired by the legendary Ghost Army of World War II and the ingenious Operation Bodyguard. The goal was to create a fictional army, a ghost force, that would deceive the enemy into believing we had a larger, more formidable presence on the battlefield. It was a bold plan, one that required meticulous planning, cutting-edge technology, and a healthy dose of creativity. The concept of military deception is as old as war itself. From the Trojan horse to the D-Day landings, armies have long used trickery and misdirection to gain an advantage over their enemies. But in the modern era, with the advent of advanced surveillance technology and social media, the art of deception has become more complex, more nuanced. The Ghost Army, a top-secret unit formed during World War II, was one of the pioneers of modern military deception. Comprised of artists, designers, and sound engineers, the Ghost Army used inflatable tanks, sound effects, and radio transmissions to create the illusion of a larger army, deceiving the enemy and saving countless lives. Operation Bodyguard, the Allied deception plan for D-Day, was another masterpiece of military deception. By creating a fictional army, FUSAG, 1st United States Army Group, the Allies convinced the Germans that the main invasion would come at the Pas de Calais, rather than Normandy. The plan was so successful that even after the Normandy landings, the Germans continued to believe that the main invasion was yet to come, holding back crucial reserves and giving the Allies a vital advantage. Fast forward to the present day, and the principles of military deception remain the same, but the technology has changed dramatically. Advances in artificial intelligence, cyber warfare, and social media have created new opportunities for deception, as well as new challenges. The modern battlefield is a complex, interconnected web of systems, sensors, and networks, making it easier to spread disinformation and create confusion. But it also means that the enemy has more ways to detect and counter our deceptions. Operation Spectre was designed to take advantage of these new technologies to create a deception plan that would be both more sophisticated and more effective. By combining traditional methods of deception, such as radio transmissions and inflatable decoys, with cutting-edge technologies like AI-generated social media posts and cyber attacks, we aimed to create a ghost force that would be almost impossible to detect. The plan was to create a series of fake military units, each with its own unique characteristics and signatures, and then use these units to deceive the enemy into believing we had a larger, more formidable presence on the battlefield. The technology behind Operation Spectre was truly cutting edge. We used advanced algorithms to generate fake social media posts, complete with AI-generated images and videos, to create the illusion of a large and active military presence. We also used cyber attacks to disrupt the enemy's command and control systems, making it harder for them to coordinate their responses to our deception. And of course, we used traditional methods of deception, such as inflatable tanks and radio transmissions, to create a physical presence on the battlefield. As I wait for the QRF to arrive, I can hear the sound of gunfire and explosions growing closer. The enemy is getting closer, and I know that our deception plan is being put to the test. Will it work? Will we be able to convince the enemy that we have a larger, more formidable presence on the battlefield? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain. The art of military deception has come a long way since the days of the Ghost Army and Operation Bodyguard. The game has changed, and we must adapt to survive. The minutes tick by, each one feeling like an eternity. I can hear the sound of helicopters approaching, the thud of rotors growing louder. The QRF is arriving, and I know that our extraction is imminent. I take a deep breath, preparing myself for the chaos that is about to ensue. The enemy is closing in, and we must get out now. I key the mic, my voice low and urgent. Spectre 6, this is SPECTER1. Extraction is imminent. Prepare to move.
The response is immediate, a burst of static followed by a voice, calm and steady. Spectre 1, this is SPECTER6. We're ready to move. Let's get out of here. As I wait for the QRF to arrive, I reflect on the geopolitics of the region. The conflict has been simmering for years, with multiple factions vying for power and influence. The enemy we are facing is well-trained, well-equipped, and well-motivated, driven by a complex mix of ideology, politics, and economics. The stakes are high, with the potential for the conflict to escalate into a full-scale war. But for now, our focus is on completing the mission, on getting out alive. The sound of gunfire and explosions grows closer, and I know that our time is running out. The QRF is arriving, and we must move, now. I take a deep breath, preparing myself for the chaos that is about to ensue. The enemy is closing in, and we must get out, now. I key the mic, my voice low and urgent. Spectre 6, this is SPECTER1. Let's move now. The response is immediate, a burst of static followed by a voice, calm and steady. Spectre 1, this is SPECTER6. We're moving. Let's get out of here. As we move to extract, I know that the success of Operation Spectre hangs in the balance. Will our deception plan work? Will we be able to convince the enemy that we have a larger, more formidable presence on the battlefield? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain. The art of military deception has come a long way since the days of the Ghost Army and Operation Bodyguard. The game has changed, and we must adapt to survive. The sound of gunfire and explosions grows fainter, and I know that we are escaping the enemy's clutches. But the mission is far from over. We still have to complete our objective, to gather the intelligence we need to bring the conflict to an end. The journey is far from over, and I know that the road ahead will be fraught with danger. But for now, we have escaped. And that is all that matters. As the clock struck 10 minutes past the hour, the landscape of the battlefield began to shift dramatically. The enemy's defensive lines, once thought to be impenetrable, were now being tested by the relentless onslaught of armor and air power. The M1 Abrams tanks, with their 500 horsepower gas turbine engines and advanced Chobham armor, did the charge. Their 120mm smoothbore cannons, firing high-explosive rounds that shredded the enemy's fortifications. Meanwhile, the F-16 Fighting Falcons, equipped with state-of-the-art radar and missile systems, provided close air support, their 20mm M61 Vulcan cannons ripping through enemy positions with deadly precision. The enemy, however, refused to yield, and their counterattack began to take shape. Waves of T-72 tanks, supported by BM-21 Grad multiple rocket launchers, surged forward, attempting to encircle the advancing forces. But the M1 Abrams tanks were more than a match for their Soviet-era counterparts, and they quickly began to take out the T-72s with their advanced fire control systems and depleted uranium rounds. The F-16s, meanwhile, continued to provide cover, using their AGM-65 Maverick missiles to take out the BM-21 launchers and disrupt the enemy's artillery. As the battle raged on, the introduction of new technologies began to play a significant role. The use of unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs, such as the MQ-1 Predator, allowed for real-time intelligence gathering and targeting, enabling the M1 Abrams tanks to engage enemy positions with even greater accuracy. The employment of advanced communication systems, including satellite communications and data links, facilitated seamless coordination between ground and air units, allowing for a more fluid and adaptive battlefield strategy. The enemy, however, was not without its own technological advancement. The introduction of advanced surface-to-air missile systems, such as the S-300, posed a significant threat to the F-16s and other Allied aircraft. The S-300, with its high-speed missiles and advanced radar systems, was capable of engaging targets at ranges of up to 150 kilometers, making it a formidable opponent in the skies. But the F-16s, equipped with advanced electronic countermeasures and chaff systems, were able to evade the S-300's deadly missiles and continue to provide close air support to the ground troops. As the battle entered its next phase, the focus shifted to the urban terrain, where the enemy had established a strong foothold. The M2 Bradley infantry fighting vehicles,
with their 25mm chain guns and advanced fire control systems, led the assault on the enemy's urban strongpoints. The Bradleys, supported by dismounted infantry and precision-guided munitions, began to clear the urban areas, room by room and block by block. The enemy, however, put up fierce resistance, using improvised explosive devices, IEDs, and sniper fire to slow the advance. The introduction of advanced explosive ordnance disposal (EOD) robots, such as the iRobot PackBot, allowed the Allied forces to neutralize the IED threat, clearing a path for the advancing troops. The use of advanced sensors and reconnaissance systems, including the use of mini-UAVs, enabled the Allied forces to gather real-time intelligence on enemy positions and movements, facilitating a more effective and target-oriented approach to urban warfare. As the urban battle raged on, the F-16s continued to provide close air support, using their precision-guided munitions to take out enemy strongpoints and command centers. The AH-64 Apache helicopters, with their 30mm chain guns and Hellfire missiles, also joined the fray, providing a highly maneuverable and lethal platform for urban warfare. The Apaches, operating in conjunction with the M2 Bradleys and dismounted infantry, were able to rapidly reposition and engage enemy targets, exploiting the urban terrain to maximum effect. The enemy, however, was not yet defeated, and their final counterattack was about to begin. The introduction of advanced anti-tank guided missiles, such as the AT-14 Cornet, posed a significant threat to the M1 Abrams tanks and other Allied armor. The Cornet, with its tandem warhead and advanced fire control system, was capable of penetrating even the most advanced armor, making it a game-changer on the battlefield. But the M1 Abrams tanks, with their advanced composite armor and reactive armor systems, were designed to withstand even the most sophisticated anti-tank threats, and they continued to push forward, supported by the F-16s and Apaches. The battle was far from over, and the outcome was still very much in doubt. The aftermath of the declassified 10-minute incident has left an indelible mark on the world of military history. As we delve into the final part of this trilogy, it is essential to examine the turning point that led to the outcome of this pivotal event. The turning point. What caused the victory/defeat? The declassified 10-minute incident was a masterclass in strategic planning, cunning, and adaptability. The turning point of this event can be attributed to the quick thinking and decisive action of the commanders involved. As the situation unfolded, it became clear that the key to success lay in the ability to adapt and evolve in response to the rapidly changing circumstances. The side that emerged victorious was the one that managed to stay one step ahead of their opponents, leveraging their superior intelligence, technological prowess, and tactical acumen to outmaneuver and outflank their foes. In the heat of the moment, the commanders made split-second decisions that would ultimately decide the fate of the operation. The successful execution of the plan relied on the seamless coordination of multiple units, each playing a crucial role in the overall strategy. As the clock ticked down, the tension mounted, and the stakes grew higher. The commanders' ability to remain calm under pressure, think on their feet, and make tough decisions in the face of uncertainty proved to be the decisive factor in the outcome of the declassified 10-minute incident. The turning point of this event serves as a testament to the importance of effective leadership, strategic planning, and adaptability in the face of uncertainty. The lessons learned from this incident have far-reaching implications for military strategists, policymakers, and historians, offering valuable insights into the complexities of modern warfare. The legacy. Long-term impact on warfare. The declassified 10-minute incident has left an enduring legacy that continues to shape the landscape of modern warfare. The impact of this event can be seen in the development of new technologies, tactics, and strategies that have been adopted by military forces around the world. The incident highlighted the importance of speed, agility, and adaptability in modern warfare, demonstrating the need for military forces to be able to respond quickly and effectively to rapidly changing circumstances. In the years that followed, military strategists and policymakers have studied the declassified 10-minute incident, seeking to learn from the successes and failures of the operation. The incident has been the subject of numerous analyses, simulations, and war games, as military planners seek to understand the complexities of modern warfare and develop new strategies to counter emerging threats. The legacy of the declassified 10-minute incident can be seen in the development of new technologies, such as advanced surveillance systems, cyber warfare capabilities, and precision-guided munitions. These technologies have transformed the nature of modern warfare, enabling military forces to conduct operations with greater speed, accuracy, and effectiveness. Furthermore, the incident has had a profound impact on the way military forces train and prepare for combat. The emphasis on adaptability, flexibility, and creative problem-solving has become a hallmark of modern military training, as forces seek to develop the skills and capabilities necessary to succeed in the complex and unpredictable environment of modern warfare. As we reflect on the declassified 10-minute incident, it is clear that this event has had a profound and lasting impact on the world of military history. The lessons learned from this incident will continue to shape the course of modern warfare, influencing the development of new technologies, tactics, and strategies that will be used by military forces for generations to come. The declassified 10-minute incident serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of effective leadership, strategic planning, and adaptability in the face of uncertainty. As we move forward in an increasingly complex and uncertain world, it is essential that we remember the lessons of the past, honoring the sacrifices of those who have served, and continuing to push the boundaries of what is possible in the pursuit of peace and security. In the end, the declassified 10-minute incident will be remembered as a pivotal moment in the annals of military history, a testament to the courage, ingenuity, and determination of those who have served in the pursuit of freedom and security. As we close this chapter on the declassified 10-minute incident, we are reminded that the true power of military history lies not in the technology or the tactics, but in the people who have shaped its course, their stories, and their sacrifices. The declassified 10-minute incident is a powerful reminder that, even in the most uncertain of times, courage, honor, and determination can make all the difference. Declassified 10 minimum.